Welcome to School of Civil Engineering. Already I have completed a Etabs tutorial series, and also I have completed about earthquake load analysis according to BNBC and ASCE 705, ASCE 710. And from now I am going to start a 10-story building design that I have learned from a construction engineer, and now I am going to do that at now. So from that video, this is the starting video, and from that video I will show you that how I will design perfectly a 10-story building and will give different take for that. So let's start. At first I'll open our plan. So this is a plan that I will use to design. You can change your plan, but I'm going to use that according to my previous plan. So when you'll work, then you'll get a AutoCAD file, and you can use that. So now I'm going to use that. So at first I will open Etabs 2016, and you have a basic problem. You can watch my previous video, the link are given in description. They have a huge video to learn Etabs and also about a good concept about earthquake analysis. So first of all I'll go here, new model. So from here use save user default setting. Okay, now I'll see here what is the grid in X direction. 1 2 3 4, 1 2 3 4 and 1 2 3 4, and in every X and Y direction the grid is 4 4. It's 4 and 4, and here I will at first select 2-story and our story height. I'll consider our story height like here I'll consider it's 6 and it's 10 feet. Okay, and from here I'll go for here grid spacing, because I have different spacing in different site. So first of all I'll go here. If I see our plan here in Y direction, our every distance are in 13.6667, 13.6667, and it's 13.8333, and it's the every value are different, so we have to go grid spacing. And you have, if you don't know about that, you can go my previous video. So from here first of all we have to select grid spacing, and from grid spacing for A we'll use here. If you see here, there is the this for X direction, and this is the value for X A. So from here I'll go 15 14 10.25, 15 14 and 10.25. So this is the value of X grid data 15, 14 and 10.25. Then I'll go for Y direction data. First of all 13.667, 13.6667, and then 18 point, let us see, 18.833, and here again 6667. So it's okay according to our plan. We have considered our grid system according to our plan. Then I'll click here OK, grid only, it's 2 story, and after that, after completing everything, we'll increase our story. Okay, so it's done. Our story and our grid are done. Now we have to go here, define materials property. So from here you have to use materials property, so you have to change that from here, but I am going to use the default materials property because in our previous lecture I have shown you that how I will change that. So in this series I will show you about only the work procedure, and for basic you have to see my previous video. So here materials properties, I'll consider for concrete 4000 psi and 60 grade ASC, 60 grade river. So it's okay. Then I'll go for section properties, and here I'll go first frame section, and for frame section we have to first delete multiple, select wall delete, again select all except one and delete. Okay, now add new property, click here add new property. So concrete rectangular section, click here concrete. First of all we'll assign beam we'll consider 12 into 15 and width 12, and materials property 4000 psi. Then you can change here the color of it. Now I'll go here reinforcement. So here we have to select beam, and from here you have to give here clear cover as required according to design, and again here the reinforcement area override will not give anything here, and from here we have to select our bar as we are considering 60 grade bar, so it's okay. Otherwise you have to go here to change that. Okay, and you will be able to change it here. So okay, beam 15 into 12. Then we have to go here. It's the important thing, that property modifier. You have to go property modifier, and I'll change that according to BNDC. I'll change that here moment of inertia about 2 axis and moment of inertia about 3 axis. We have to change that to value moment of inertia. And here they have torsional constant. We'll change it if required when we'll check our design condition. So for beam 0.35 and also for axis 3 0.35, and you will find that from ASCE 3181412, sorry, ASCI 31814R, table number 6.6.3.11A. You'll find that value there, and then click here OK. Here OK. Now we'll delete that, it's not required for us. OK, and beam on. We'll add at least 3 beam. If any of beam is being failed when we are going to design, then we'll use another. So first of all, go here, we'll just use the copy of the property. When we'll use copy of properties, other will be same. So from here we'll use just B12 into 80. So here we'll just use here 18, and other everything will be same. If you see here, everything are same. If you go property modifier, it's also same. So okay, again we'll go add a new copy, B12 into, previously have used 18, I'll use 80, now 21, and at that way you have to increase the section properties. Here 21, and everything will be same. Okay, everything will be same. So okay, so here we have found our 3 beam. If required, we'll also increase. Now okay, now we'll go add new properties, rectangle. From here column, we'll consider, sorry, we have done a little mistake, we'll consider beam size 10 into 15, not 12. Modify here 10 into 15. Okay, here also modify. To 18, and also here modify 10 into 21. Okay, so our beam properties are okay, and it's okay till today. And in my next video I'll show you that how we'll define our column properties, and then all properties, and then slab properties. So stay connected till next video. Thank you very much.